In this video, we're going to go into day 3 of $0 to $1,000 case study. Let's go. Alright, so step 1 of what we did last week was increasing ad spend, obviously, and optimization. Okay, so being just using the basic Facebook automated rules, plan to use third-party software over time as scale to higher numbers, but personally don't want to scale this too high. I like the numbers that it's getting right now. It's much easier to manage. We've been testing different bid strategies like manual bidding. Okay, manual bidding I think is going to be a really big thing, and it's been getting good success. Okay, and there's a specific way that you can go about doing that. You do it on your best ad sets, and it like forces your way to the top, and it actually can reduce your cost per purchase. Been testing campaign-based optimization campaigns on the best ad sets, okay, and turning them into a separate campaign. So that's actually been working really well. Recently, CBO campaigns haven't been working that well, but I've been testing it more because a lot of other people have been saying more, and we do have to get used to it. So just been having to test more different ways and seeing what sticks, and it's starting to stick more. I think also Facebook's getting better data, so now it's actually going to become better. So they actually have been outperforming just cold traffic and interest targeting and LLA ads, lookalike ads, just with a budget of $5-10 on them, as opposed to being putting like $50-100 on CBO campaigns, and plan to scale them up. Admittedly, there is a bit of a problem with the remarketing. So running DPA ads as well as custom audience ads, and they haven't been converting that well. Now, I think that is partly due to doing remarketing on Google, as well as SMS bump, Messenger, email, and people are just buying it flat out. Okay, so obviously there's a lot of people leaving anyway, but that's something that I think needs working on this store. That's a lot of money left on the table that haven't been able to crack yet. Okay, so I need to work on that. So being optimizing the best ad sets as well, again by age, gender, all of those. This is as well, so anyone that's wondering, okay, this is just to United States traffic. We haven't gone outside the United States yet. Okay, so I need to test more creatives. The one creative is the most basic creative I've ever actually made, but it's working well. All right, and I want to test some alternatives and see how that's going. It's about trying new things. Okay, so that's been step 1. Okay, and step 2, I've been working a lot more on slowly diversifying traffic. So been using Google more, so shopping and search campaigns and dynamic remarketing, and plan to increase it to about 20% of the daily revenue. So because Google can never, well, from my experience, has never gotten the numbers that Facebook can. Facebook is a lot quicker and can get scale much higher, but Google is far more consistent and can be a lot more profitable. So I want to get it to 20% minimum. I'd prefer to get it to about 40%. So that's my long-term goal. The shopping campaigns have been doing extremely well. So the whole shopping, we've got about 50 products with about 7 ROAS. It's gotten about 9 or 10 sales, I believe, just passively, which is fantastic. I've been using a brand search campaign, which is a certain type of campaign to help improve sales. And that's been working quite well as well. So that is a fantastic one that I plan to teach on more in the future. Again, incorporating dynamic remarketing campaigns using audiences on Google to try and remarket it on the audience network. So if you're on a blog website, that's what it is, as well as dynamic remarketing of other products. Works really well to try and get people to come back and complete an order. So set up Bing as well, and it's now running, getting impressions, and plan to start shopping campaigns ASAP, as well as got a brand campaign, and I want to do dynamic remarketing on it. Admittedly, there is a bit of an issue with the revenue tracking. I'm lucky that I have a good network channel, so there's people that are actually helping me fix that. It's always obvious, but yeah, might even get a developer in. I just like to learn that stuff personally. Step 3, increasing average order value. Okay, so I'm actually not sure if that number is correct, but the product has been successfully increased by average order value by 150%. That should be in the last 2 weeks. Sorry. So the product has gone from originally $29.99, okay, to $74.99, and that's of the day of recording this, which is Friday the 22nd of March. Okay, so how I've been able to do that is every 48 hours I increase the price by $4.99 in increments. Now, I don't want to push it much higher than this in terms of the product price because it is really getting quite high. I'm going to leave it now for at least 3 to 4 days and then try it, okay? We're getting in better stock, like better quality, and then can add another $10, $15. And I'm not joking that I reckon it'll convert quite well. It's been converting extremely well. I'm amazed. So a part of this as well has been I've been able to incorporate customization. So it's like print on demand. It's customization, but on an actual, unique product. And as a result, no one else is doing this. Okay, so completely the only one in the market doing it, which gives us complete monopoly over it and complete opportunity. The downsides, obviously, is it's going to be more customer service, but working on plans around that, like Mass Fulfill and Exportify, using those, training up our CSR, customer service representative, getting them to email every customer that does a customization order to 100% confirm that that's what they want. Plan to improve it as well with the customization, trying to get different typographies that they can put on there to really make it really personal. Okay, so that's what looking into as well. And again, that just adds that bit of extra customer service experience. And like I would love it if I got this product to $100 average order value, because starting to use funnels, I know there's a heap out there. I'm just using Zipify pages at this point in time. Plan to use Cart Hook as well because of the single page checkout, as well as post-purchase upsells. So that's still in the pipeline. But if, to give you an idea, I want to get the average order value to $100. Okay. Now, the product cost with customization, is an extra 50 cents. So it goes from $3.80 because we found a better supplier that's cheaper to $4.30 for $100 average order value. Now, that would be if there's no upsells in that, of course, but that would be amazing. And then it's about, because it's in the US, getting it imported and everything, it's about $2 to $3 across the United States for shipping. So it's dirt cheap. And so let's say worst case scenario, that's going to be about $7, $7.50. $7.50, $100 average order value. Okay, so we're talking about a $92 to $93 profit margin. And when you get to that type of profit margin, it's like impossible to not be profitable. Okay, but I plan to push it higher. I love high ticket selling, I'll be honest with you. I love it. It's just so much less work. Like, there's a lot of work still involved, but you don't need as many customers, okay? Because you're aiming at higher ticket, and it takes longer, okay? This store has been running for like 6 weeks, okay? But haven't been putting a huge amount of focus in it. It's only been the last few weeks, and it's partly for this case study. And also, I should add here, also improve the checkout with exit intent. So that's been working really well. Just since the last video, I've been using that primarily, and it's already helped attribute hundreds of dollars. So I recommend getting some form of exit intent. There's links in my resources page down below. I suggest checking my resources page for that info. Really hope you're enjoying today's video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And congratulations to today's winners. Your names will be shown up on screen. Comment down below. I'm going to get in touch with you. Let's get straight back into it. Really good stuff. All right. So one of the other things that I'm really trying to work on is social media presence. Okay, so, I would rather get fewer orders at 100% profit margin than pay Facebook to get 80% margin. Okay, so this is a very long-term strategy, because this is a store that plan to keep running, and I plan to keep doing these weekly videos, okay? Every step, okay? So branding the Facebook page through outsourcing, branding the Instagram page through outsourcing, branding the Instagram page through outsourcing, going to try Pinterest ads. I've never done Pinterest ads, truthfully, but I want to try them. Yahoo ads. Okay, so Yahoo's only going to be a small percentage, but again, it's diversification of multiple traffic sources. If in the last couple of weeks since March the 13th, 2019 hasn't told you about the issues that Facebook has as underlying issues with the bugs and the issues, then you really need to be focusing on diversification. I cannot urge that enough, all right? And so going to be actively working more on email marketing, text marketing, messenger marketing. And one of the apps that I'm looking into that I've been, because I love diversification in every regard, is notification marketing. Okay, so an app called Push Hour. So I'm going to be testing that. I'm going to test that in the next 24 to 48 hours and test it out. I don't want to be too intrusive, but I really want another channel. Personally, between you and I've even actually thought about there's apps you can get on the Shopify store that actually make your store into an app, and you can push it onto the Google and Apple App Store. Apple App Store, pardon me. And the benefit of that is more organic. People are going to see that app. It helps massively with trust. If I can put those stamps down the bottom, people love that stuff to death. As well as you can remarket through these apps. Okay, so, we're talking so many channels where, I want you to understand what my strategy here is, okay? I want to use these paid channels and get sales. That's always the intention. But I want to use these not just for sales through them directly, but to build up my lists. The more lists you have, you can send out a campaign nearly every day across these, and if you make a couple $100, that's a couple $100 for free, and all you do is you pay for the app. Okay, and it's significantly cheaper than Facebook, Google, Bing. They can all be quite cheap, but it's nothing ever as cheap as when you have someone's contact information that you can send them direct information, and you can manage it all. It's a fantastic way of really building a real brand, in my opinion, and it's the way to go. And that's what I'm trying to emphasize on this ongoing case study. That I want to teach you, and that's what myself and my business partners do, and that's what I always teach my mentoring students, because it's not about making $100,000 now, it's making $100,000 over the course of time. Less work, more money, less stress, more happiness, more freedom. Okay, I want to promote that. All right, and so step 5 is my priorities. So increase my average order value again, $100. I want to beat everyone in the niche. I'm a competitive guy. Okay, I'm actually a very competitive guy. I play tennis, and I hate losing, and it's the exact same with this. I hate losing. So if you're in my niche, look out. So get the brand name on the product, okay? So actually get it named on the product, get it on the packaging as well, and build a real following, okay? But people do love that stuff, like having a little business card, planning to get better business cards with a discount. May not work, but we're talking these business cards cost can cost less than a cent depending on the order, and you just throw it in there and give them a good package, and they love it. And if you add even more personalization, people just come back, and it might be random. It might not be every day. But these people come back, and usually, statistically speaking, people that come back the second time around spend 20 to 30% on top of what they spent last time. So if I have a $100 average order value, they're going to come back and spend $120 a second time on average. Massive, okay? Massive. And if I'm talking that my product's costing me $5, $10 max, I've made $100, okay? $100. And if I do that 7 times a week, seven, then I have a passive income that's the equivalent of nearly what I was doing when I was working a full-time job. Just from doing these few things. Just from doing that. I want to get that in your mind. Okay, I want to find other winning products similar to this product. That's the winning product, other winning products, and use the same strategy. And because now putting all this stuff, cementing it in place, all this other stuff, it's going to be easily transferable to other winning products. It's always just getting it set up in the beginning, the A to B. Okay, A to B. Long-term goal is to have 4 to 5 consistent winners. If you can have 4 to 5 consistent winners, let's say doing $500 a day, I know that doesn't sound much, but $2,500 a day in sales, and you're getting that across the board, and you're using it on multiple channels, you're not going to lose. You're only going to win. You're diversifying in all regards. And if you do that, you win. Again, provide better packaging. And I want to actually, I've never done this, but I want to outsource to a call center to take calls and help with higher ticket. Because when we're talking higher ticket, people hesitate. hesitate. But if they have a number that they can call to talk to that's a professional, and this will be a lot of hard work, can help with sales. It's like the same with selling a course, with high-end mentoring. It takes that extra level. And I want to do the same with this because I think that, you know, I want to push my average order value. I never want to stop pushing it higher. The more I can push it, the more money I can make, the less work I have to do to beat my competitors, the more I make myself a blue ocean. So if any of you have read Russell Brunson's books, which I recommend, there's links down below in the resources. He says that there's two types of oceans, all right? There's a blue ocean and then there's a red ocean. Blue ocean is, you know, a nice ocean with no sharks because it, you know, no one's been bitten, no one's lost blood. A red ocean and no one's here. And a red ocean is where all the sharks are. Very competitive. You know, everyone's going to bite each other. You're all going to bleed. It's going to hurt. And it becomes this red ocean. You make your own blue ocean so you're never in a red ocean and you're always going to win. All right? So it's as simple as that. And I honestly believe in my heart and soul that 2019 and beyond is going to be all about, whether it's a general store, general niche store, or niche store, branding your store. Okay? I want you to understand that this is the core foundation of this case study that I want you to understand that I really am trying to help you all with, okay? So that's pretty much it. That's where it is at in the last week. That concludes today's video on $0 to $1,000 a day, day 3, ongoing case study. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment down below, crush it, to go on the chance to win one of 2 15-minute coaching calls with myself, Ricky Hayes. And I'd also really like to know, have you been enjoying this content? What other content would you like? Comment that down below. I'm really trying to tailor the content to what you guys need to give you the most success, okay? Now, I want to add as well, there's plenty of free resources in my resources page down below. I've added even more resources. I'm adding more. It's got a few little things that I'm planning to fix up. It's really coming together quite nicely. The goal is to help you from beginner to advanced, intermediate to advanced to expert. Okay, so that's the whole point of that page, and it's all free. Okay, guys, it's all free. I've made that for you. It's taken me a long time to put that all together for you, okay? I also want to add, nearly hit 5,000 subscribers. Let's hit 5,000 subscribers. When we do, I'm going to be doing a few giveaways, as well as I'm planning to do a massive 50% minimum off my course for a week once we hit that, okay? And I think that's just around the corner. I'm really excited. Just between you and I've been doing this now for 8-9 months, and I've come such a long way from where I was, this sneezing, coughing, swearing, bad lighting audio person that was wearing a dressing gown, and there is an actual video of that if you're wondering, to where I am today. So I'm really proud, and I just wanted to honestly say it means the world to me that you subscribe. I look at my amount of subscribers I get, truthfully, like 5 to 6 times a day. And I look at my emails, people subscribing. I've become obsessed because it's been something very close to my heart. It's been very, very challenging, but very rewarding. So thank you to everyone. That concludes today's video. I hope you all have a lovely day. Take care and goodbye.